So Hanhaa, we started in 2015. We're now 22 people based in London. We're live in the market. We have 3 product lines now, ParceLive, Symbisa, and Hanhaa Mobile. So what ParceLive is really about is this idea of how do we capture truth at scale. So the challenge we have is we're now shipping so much, the value of tracking individual things is becoming less important, because the cost of any one thing is not important in the cost against what you're shipping. So what ParceLive does, it allows you to track at scale, so you can create effective sampling of your distribution system upstream and downstream. And the way it works is you subscribe to the data feed. These things arrive at your dispatch points, and you can put them into every single item, or you put them into 1 in 10 or 1 in 30 randomly, and it gives you an output of live insight of what's happening as that asset moves through the distribution system. So there's cellular connectivity in here, there's a whole bunch of sensors in here. It also has aviation certifications, it has pressure sensors for that. And when it arrives at its destination, the receiver takes it out, it works out where it is in the world, and then it creates its own return service. Avnet actually found us very early on in our life. We were just a few guys then. And Avnet had a program at that time really focused on new emerging companies. And we became part of that program. And one of the areas we really identified early on was the RF challenge. And Avnet then introduced TE, who have a really years of experience and scale in this field. Working with their guy, Christian, we then started to have a look at the entire design process in terms of how the layout of the board was relative to RF. And we discovered lots of things in the design process where we had inadvertently created conflicts, noise, electrical interference, basically a bunch of things that could reduce the performance of the RF that could be fixed if we just relayed the board. So we did. The whole board was then relayed out. We then took the design and we tested it in TE's labs out in California. So in quite sophisticated radio chambers, we tested performance of different designs. Through that evolution, we laid out our first board. Then we tested that again. And each time we worked very hard to understand how the different components interacted with each other on a radio level and at different power levels, and where they should be placed on the board such that they would eliminate or reduce interference between each other. But as we've evolved over time, we've really come to rely on Avnet in a bunch of other ways, which is really not to do with the price or supply of a component. We needed the support of the manufacturers, and Avnet really helped us get the manufacturers to support us to do some new things that really we needed done for ourselves. And at the time, our scale was small. The promise of the product was downstream. But because Avnet was standing with us, we were able to get the support and really the mind share of some of these large manufacturers to focus on the need that we had to get the process done. So in several areas, Avnet were crucial in helping us move the product forward